All right, today we're going to talk about building something really essential, your self-advocacy toolkit. Now, we all know that speaking up for ourselves can be, well, tough, but it's also one of the most powerful skills we can possibly develop. So, let's open up this toolkit together and see what's inside.
Have you ever been in that situation? Maybe you're at work or school or even talking to a doctor. You know exactly what you need, but actually finding the right words to say it, it just feels impossible. It's a challenge so many of us face, for sure.
But imagine this. What if you had a dedicated set of tools right at your fingertips? A digital toolbox designed specifically to help you find that voice and advocate for yourself with some real confidence. Let's take a look at what that might be like.
Okay, let's crack this toolbox open. First up, we're going to look at a set of features that are all designed for one thing, helping you communicate your needs clearly and effectively.
And the very first tool we're pulling out is something called the Digital Accommodation Passport. Just think of it like your own personal, super organized record of what works best for you.
This tool is so incredibly practical. It helps you track patterns in your everyday life, and then you can use that data to build out a personalized accommodation plan. And then, and this is the real kicker, you can share it clearly with employers or educators. So basically, it helps you turn those vague feelings into structured, actionable information they can actually use.
Building on that, what about those times when you need to make a more formal request? Well, the next tool in our kit is a self-advocacy letter generator.
So instead of just staring at a blank page, a tool like this just breaks the whole process down into 3 easy steps. You pick your need, you select a template, and boom, you generate a letter. The real power here is that it uses neuro-affirming language. And all that means is that the templates are written to be really empowering and to respect neurological differences. It frames your needs positively and professionally, instead of, like some kind of deficit.
Written requests are one thing, but what about those really challenging face-to-face conversations? For that, the final tool in this section is the Clear Communication Guide. Now this is pretty cool. This guide can use AI to help you prepare. It can generate practice scripts for those tough conversations, it can offer up templates for all kinds of scenarios, and it helps you define your communication preferences ahead of time. The whole point is that you can walk into a conversation feeling prepared and confident that you're going to be understood on your own terms.
Of course, self-advocacy isn't just about a few conversations. It's a whole journey, right? So this next section of the toolkit is all about growth, setting goals, and finding support along the way. A huge part of any journey is knowing where you're headed, and that's why an effective toolkit will almost always include features for setting and tracking your advocacy goals. It provides that crucial structure and support to help you actually grow your skills over time. And this really highlights a massive difference. Without support, big goals can just feel so vague and, honestly, just overwhelming. A more modern approach uses technology, like AI, to help break those goals down into a really clear, step-by-step action plan. And it can even offer motivational support to keep you on track. It's a total game changer. Advocating for yourself can feel pretty isolating sometimes, which is why community is so important. A feature like a moderated community forum is just incredibly powerful because it connects you with other people who are on a similar journey. It becomes a space not just for venting, but for sharing real strategies, celebrating wins, and getting support from people who actually get what you're going through.
And hey, to celebrate every single step forward, a system of achievements can be super motivating. It's not just about making it a game. It's a way to visually track your own progress and get that rewarding recognition for the real-world milestones you're hitting on your advocacy journey.
Okay, so finally, none of these amazing tools would work without a really strong foundation. This last section is all about the core principles that make a resource like this safe and reliable. It all comes down to trust and respect.
And it all starts with this simple but incredibly powerful promise. In this day and age where data privacy is everything, the control has to stay exactly where it belongs, with you. You share what you want to share, when you want to share it, period.
So this entire approach really rests on 3 core pillars. First, like we just said, your data is your own, full stop. Second, the language used all throughout is consistently neuro-affirming, so it's always respectful and empowering. And third, and this is maybe the most important part, these tools are often designed with direct input from the neurodivergent community, making sure they actually solve real-world problems.
Ultimately, a toolkit like this is just a fantastic example of how technology can help us structure our thoughts and amplify our voices. It really leaves us with an empowering question. What could you achieve if your voice was truly your most powerful tool?